Okay, welcome everybody to Drawing for Wellness. I'm Sarah Balascio, board certified art therapist at the Wellness Center, and today we have a special Earth Day Drawing for Wellness class. So I did tell people at the start who are here already to grab something from nature, one item. It could be a leaf, a shell, flower, anything you have, and then you'll need a piece of paper and a pencil. That's all we'll need for today, but you can go and grab that. I'm going to read our informed consent like we do every week. So if you haven't yet, you can go and get an item right now if you've heard this before. In order to make these classes as freely accessible and possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or a class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend you use a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William and Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommend each participant have an annual physical and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. We will hopefully remain safe in here. Okay, so what you're gonna need today, we're gonna do a special Earth Day event where everybody was asked to have one item from nature. I have two I haven't really decided on. Since y'all aren't on camera, maybe you could just show yours to me and I can say, so one participant has a beautiful orchid that was just past its prime and a teeny tiny snail shell. Do I have that right? And you can maybe type for me the other participants and tell us what you have. I have two options I haven't decided on. I have this really beautiful magnolia leaf. I love their kind of shape and texture and color. And then I have one of these really neat shell fossils from this area. My husband happens to be a geologist, so he is wild about these things. They're very special to this area, and they are 3 million years old. So they have been here for a very, very, very long time, been through a lot of stuff. That's the cool thing about nature. It makes you feel like, okay, I can get through this 3-month quarantine. This thing's been around for millions. Okay, so lots of different items from nature you can grab, and we're gonna do 4 different drawing exercises with this one item. I think I'm gonna stick with my, I'm trying to make my screen so y'all can see, there we go, my magnolia leaf, okay? I'm gonna show you guys today 4 different drawing styles. And the cool thing about this, I actually have to say as an art therapist, drawing is my least favorite medium because it is the most difficult of a lot of the mediums, because some mediums, if you think about them, they don't have to be perfect and they still look great, like collage or watercolor, lots of different mediums. But drawing, it's like once you make that mark, man, it's on there and people expect something of it. So, but today I'm going to show you a drawing style that makes you kind of think outside of normal drawing techniques, using the right and left sides of the brain, okay? So you'll need either four pieces of paper, or I just have 2 because it's Earth Day and I'm trying to save. So I'm gonna put one on the front, one on the back. Or if you just wanna, like, I don't know, if you have a journal, you know, you'll need 4 separate sections essentially on your paper, okay? So like I see someone has a journal, you could do 1 on each page, okay? So we're gonna be doing 4 different techniques, and it's neat to look back and compare them. 4 different techniques using your one item. So it'll be neat to see the different techniques, how the item looks on the 4 pages. If people are people getting what I'm saying? You want to be able to kind of compare them. Okay, first, I will time you. So I don't want you to think about it too much. I see your faces. Don't worry, okay? You're just going to place in front of you, I'm trying to make it so y'all can see, there we go, your item, and write number 1 in the corner of your first page, number 1. And all you're gonna do now, and this is also a really great mindfulness exercise, is look at every line and crevice and detail of that item, okay? And I want you to try to recreate it by drawing. So starting with just the outline, okay? And then the inside. So this is our first one. This is just a plain drawing. After this, these are the different techniques you can compare it to. But you guys, we're only gonna spend about 3 minutes. Okay, so this isn't the Mona Lisa. This is a quick sketch. So, ready, y'all? Oh, someone else is joining. Hello. So go ahead. And I'm going to start you now. It's 12:10, but don't rush. Okay, so this is drawing number 1. 3 minutes. And just notice all those details. So you're trying to draw the item just as you see it, not how you think it looks in your head. Not how we think a leaf looks, but what we actually see here. And I think I might use Sharpie so the audience can see my drawing a little bit better. Hi, Greta, welcome. You are joining us a couple minutes late. Welcome, this is Drawing for Wellness. We're doing a fun drawing exercise today in honor of Earth Day. Find some item from nature. And we're doing a very quick sketch of it. We're gonna do 4 different drawing techniques, okay? So I'm going to do mine with Sharpie so the audience can so the viewers, I should say, can see this. And you want to draw what you see, not what you think this item looks like, okay? And it's just a quick sketch. It's just for 3 minutes. Okay. So this first drawing is just noticing the details and drawing it as you would, but not what you think it looks like, right? A lot of times we'll draw what we think a tree looks like, or what we think the sun looks like. So I'm going to show you my number 1. We have about 1 more minute. Hi, welcome. This is recorded right now, so that's why I should say that this group, what we do is at the beginning, I record it, and it's more teacherly-ish, even though that's not really what art therapy is. And then I stop the recording and we interact. So we can do that in a bit. We're on drawing number 1. So everyone was to grab 1 item from nature. Here's my magnolia leaf. Gosh, they're pretty. And drawing number 1, just a plain old drawing. So let me show you my number 1. Okay, plain old drawing. And I'm using Sharpie so y'all can see. Okay. And that was 3 minutes. Hold on, I have to get more paper now that I'm using Sharpie. So that was 3 minutes, guys. Next, we're gonna keep, so you should be keeping whatever you're drawing like in the same position, okay? Because we're gonna compare it to the others. So that's drawing number 1. Next, what I'm gonna ask you to do, get ready, we're getting crazy here, is you're gonna now use, so keep whatever your item was in the same position, but you're going to use your non-dominant hand to draw it now. Get ready. Okay, so it's not gonna look perfect. None of this is about perfectly recreating it. It's gonna look beautiful in a different way. And so label this one drawing number 2. Okay, drawing number 2. switch to your non-dominant hand. My Sharpie might get all over my desk. Get ready, guys. And we'll do it again. It's kind of short. It's not super long. Okay, we'll do it for about a few minutes. Oh my God, this is hard with a Sharpie. It really might run off the table. Remember to notice all those details of your item, all the little nooks and crannies. Is anybody ambidextrous in the group? Good, planned it that way. All right, keep going. Noticing those details. Okay, so maybe about 1 more minute of the drawing on the non-dominant hand. And if you enjoy this, this is a technique. I mean, all these different types of drawing are well known, but there's a fabulous book out there called Drawing on the Right Side that goes through a lot of these fun techniques. So, oh, we have more people coming. Good. So, maybe 1 more minute. I'll show you my number 2. It looks more like a piece of scale. So compared to my actual leaf. So here's my original magnolia leaf. Here's my drawing number 1. And here's my number 2, non-dominant hand. And we at the end can share all of ours. So, hi, for the person that just joined us, today we're doing an Earth Day special event. You need to grab some item from nature and we're gonna draw it. So quickly run and get that. The beginning portion of this group is recorded, just so you know, and we then turn off the recording about halfway through and we share and interact. So just so you all know. Okay. So keeping that item wherever you had it, you know, in the same position. Is everyone done with number 2, non-dominant? So we've done a regular drawing, non-dominant, and now we're gonna, so the people just joining, you need, you know, 2 pieces of paper, a front and back, or like if you have a journal, maybe side by side. We're doing 4 different types of drawings of our item from nature, and it's really fun to compare them all at the end, okay? So keeping that item where you had it, the same direction. Now we're gonna do, we're gonna do 5, actually 5, but that's okay. So now we're on to number 3. What I want you to do is turn your item upside down. Or I know a participant was using a photo of their item, turn the photo upside down, okay? Now the thing about items from nature, like say you have a rock, like it doesn't really matter the direction, but like if you were to do this with a picture of a chair or something, or a vase, oh my gosh, it turns out really cool. Because what you start doing is stop what you're trying to draw and you're actually just drawing what you see. Okay, so that's a great, so I'm going upside down. It's not quite going to be the same with a leaf, but here we go. You can go back to your dominant hand, by the way. These things are not cumulative. Alrighty. Oh, 3, I'm gonna label that nice and big so people can see. Okay, and again, we're going to do this just for a few minutes. We're not spending too long on it. Okay. Okay, so this is my number 3. My item has been turned over, so you can compare the original. Number 1, and here's number 3. I turned it over. Wow, I already like number 3 the best. This is really neat to try. It's not quite the same with something from nature, but if you have like a little scene set up, like a little still life, and you flip it upside down on your phone and you draw it, oh my God, you're gonna be so impressed with how you do. Because it's less about thinking about what you are drawing and more just drawing what you see. Your brain, that's using both sides, the right and the left brain, to draw like that, and it's really neat. So, okay, try to wrap up drawing number 3. How are we doing? Give me a thumbs up, or you need more time. You're good? Okay. Okay, next we're going to go on to drawing number 4. And this is called a continuous line drawing, okay, number 4. So what that means is you cannot pick up your pencil from the paper. I'm seeing people's faces. Don't be afraid, it's just a drawing. Okay, so stay with us. Go ahead and same item drawn, but you cannot pick your pen up off the paper, and I can see you guys, so I'm watching. So no lifting. If you need to go over an area or something, got to figure out a way to get there. I'm hopeful that this Sharpie, people can see it a little better. I'm writing what each one is, and I'll show these to you guys again. So if you're just tuning in, I'm going to just review this. We're doing a series of 5 sketches of one item from nature. First, we did the regular drawing. And then we did our non-dominant hand. Mine looks like a little kale leaf or something. Then we did upside down, which I'm like kind of loving the best. Then number 4, we did something called continuous line drawing, where you don't take your pen off. Okay, Now we are on our last one. And for this one, you need to jump up and down and sing happy birthday. Just kidding. Just kidding. For number 5, what we're going to do is something called a blind contour drawing, okay? So same item in the same position in front of you, and that means you just don't look down at your paper, okay? So you don't have your eyes closed, but you don't look down at your paper. All you do is look at the item, following the shape. Talk about a mindfulness activity. That's what this is, right? So just following that, do not look down. You can obviously pick your pen up if you want to, but just simply looking at the item. So tracing the outside, all the details, the inside, and don't look down at your paper, and I'm watching you, so no cheating. So this we call a blind contour drawing. And sometimes people like these even better because they look, you know, really neat and abstract. This one is tough. Once you do pick up your pen, you're kind of like, where did it land? What was I doing? Okay. Oh, wow. Mine's not that bad. It surprised me. Not that any art is bad, right? Okay. So that's number 5. I'll go through and review them again. This was my blind contour. Surprised me. Stop. I'm seeing your faces. Guys, I do this more often. That's why. All right. Then we did number 4, the continuous line. That's when you didn't pick your pen up. Number 3, my upside down, still my favorite. Number 2, non-dominant. And number 1 was the original. So, and here's my beautiful magnolia leaf in honor of Earth Day. So we're going to stay on the line, but I'm going to end the recording now. But happy Earth Day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you.